Hi, welcome to DIY Chip Daddy. Today I'm going to move the remote and the transponder from this key into this flip key. The reason for that is I have a new flip key sitting around for a while, and after I cut this key, it turned out everything seems to be working, but due to the way they make this key, I cannot insert into the car ignitions. I wonder whether you can see the difference. Me and the kidsmate try to figure out this for a long time, and it seems like the way they make it right here is not the same, as you can see. As you can see, the bottom one is the one with the green zip tie. The channel is very different, it's much wider, and because of that, even the key is cut correctly, you won't able to insert into the car ignitions. So because of that, I'm going to just transfer everything from this key into this key and just use this as the key to open the door and also open the trunk, and it worked fine. I think the door and trunk able to accept more leverage, so I just use it as a spare. When you transfer this, the remote and the transponder right here, just be very careful not to damage the transponder, because if you break it or damage it, you are going to lose that key. And if you have only one key, I will not even touch it, or I will ask professional to do that. But if you have 2 or 3 keys, then if you do it very carefully, then it's up to you. But as I say, if you have only one key and it's working, I will not, because of the flip key is pretty cool, I would not do anything, because I don't want to take the chance to risk the last key. And if you have to, if that transponder for some reason didn't work, you have to pay a lot of money to change the whole column with the car ignition and reprogram the new key and so forth. So it's pretty messy after that. So I'm going to just open up right here. There's a gap to open right here. You can use a coin. So just carefully pound this out. And it should come out like this. And this is the transponder I'm talking about. So let's see right here. What I'm going to do is, since I saw there's some glue over here, I'm not going to force it out. I'm going to cut right down here, here. Since this case is useless anyway, so I'm going to just remove all the plastic around the transponder. I'm not going to really touching it. So hopefully by removing things around the transponder, you will be removed easily. To do this, that's why I didn't tape it. First I cut a slot right here and slot right here, and also a slot all the way down, so on the 4 corners. And after that I very carefully peel up a little bit, and I try not to touch the transponder right here. Everything I touch is on the plastic, and make sure there's no force against the transponder. And after that I just peel up like this on the side, and eventually this is the last peel, and as you can see the transponder is moving because they have some glue it, and in my opinion the glue is not necessary because the whole assembly of the key able to hold this transponder in place anyway. The glue is very difficult for people to remove it. If something wrong with the key, you still have to move the transponder to the new key, because this is unique to that car, and each car maybe maximum have only 4 or 5 set of key, which is 4 or 5 set of transponder. So if this is destroyed, you only have 4 key. If you destroy another one, you only have 3 key. So of course there's many ways that you can bring it back, the one destroyed, but unless you have a lot of tool or programming diagnostic tool, it's very hard to do it under normal situations. So right now I have the transponder out, so I'm going to remove it carefully and put it aside. So this is it, and as you can see they have glue everywhere. I hope I did not destroy it. We will find out later. And I break it by removing this side. And this key you can just use for open the door and or open the trunk. The more I think about it, maybe the keysmith cut it wrong, because I'm able to program this key and the security light is off, and I'm able to insert it, except I cannot turn it. Right now I can't even insert it. Even though I try many times to insert it, I cannot turn it. So maybe something wrong with the cut. So my suggestion is maybe cut the key. If it is moving okay on both sides, insert this side move, and insert this side able to move to radio and start. You may not able to start the car because the transponder is not programmed. So then you go and program the car with the transponder. Okay? I save all this button for now, just in case another key, the button is bad, then I come and get it from here. So I just save it, put it right here, and I will mark this to be, just open the door. Okay? Since I'm putting in right here, I'm going to as well see what kind of battery it is, and maybe just change the battery. Okay, this is 2025. Okay, I find a 2025 and the expiration date is 27, so should be fine. The reason I don't use any 99-cent or Dollar Tree battery is the effort to remove the remote and put back the remote. So much effort. I would rather use some good quality battery. Those are maybe for flashlight, something easy to replace. Just lying like that. And just put the cover by, just slap that in. This one, let me see here. So this one I put it back. This hip should be right here, and this two right here. When you press it, this is where the light for this particular model. So it's 4 palm. Okay. So by opening this new one, I just push it like this, because I cannot find any screw on this particular remote. Some of the remote have screw right here, but I don't see any. Here you go. So just be careful after you're able to open. I believe there's a spring around here, so I'm going to try to put this back and open up. Try to hold the spring. Here you go. So actually this one is much better design, because the spring is holding in there, so I don't have to messing around right here. For some other module, they actually you have to wind the spring, and that's where everything come out. So actually this is a better design. So I'm going to see how the remote works. So the button should be right there. So I'm going to put back like that. I don't think this part we need it anymore. It's probably for the old remote, because when I push this in and using the remote, they are not able to sense it. So, and it seems like this is rubber already, so it's a direct contact of this button. So, and it seems like this works perfect like this. So when I put this one in, it's too thick, and the button lost the, not that sensitive and cannot press and have a right button. Right now I can press, and as you can see, and every button is supposed to work. Okay, so I just leave it like that. If I need to, I put this back, but right now, but it seems like this is a much better design because I don't have to wind the key back too round to make the key able to fit. So all I have to do is just, oh, I forgot the transponder. So normally the transponder is right on top of the key. That's why when you see the keyhole is a little bit round and they have a little bit curve, so that's how they detect, using the transponder to detect the security, whether you have the key security. So normally it's on the top and near the edge. So, and I think there's a slot right here. So when I coat this down, this is where the transponders sit. Right now I'm trying to see whether I need to put some tape or hold that in place. I put a little bit tape at the back, and I'm going to push this in and see how it goes. And this design is pretty good because all I have to do is power up like this right here if I need to. And this 3M tape is very little force anyway. And right now it looks okay. So I'm going to just leave it like this. And you also give it a little bit buffer and cushion against the plastic case. And also this won't go down. So and all I have to do is just slap this back. Okay, now it's time to go and check. So far so good on the remote. So the security light will be flashing. So as long as the transponder, I did not damage it, the light should be off when I insert the key. Now the security is off, which means everything on the transponder is okay. I did not damage it. So let's see. Now I can't. Alright, it's working. Thank you for watching.
Say a command.
So in addition to that, I just want to make sure you try both ways. This way turn, and also put in this way and also able to turn, because sometimes it depends how the key is cut. Thank you for watching.